drinking, or fighting. We are proud, strong, full of hope.
Who are we?
Grizzlies! You in a hurry? Do you need a ride?
Oh, no, thanks. I'm just running.
From what?
The Grizzlies is the inspiring true story of a group of young Indigenous Canadians from the Arctic who are dealing with a lot of challenges in their lives because of colonization and transform their lives and their community through sport. There was an ESPN news piece that was sent to me about the real life story of the Grizzlies. It was just a 7-minute clip, and it completely moved me because I saw these kids, their authenticity, about how difficult their lives were, how challenging their community was at the time. And so this sport had really transformed them. And I was amazed by that. I myself had suffered from depression in high school, and sports had really helped me through high school. And I feel like these kids are dealing with so many issues that are bigger than a lot of people. I mean, I think like a lot of Indigenous communities, they were ripped of their language and their culture and their lifestyle. And definitely there's heavy parts of the film, but there's also tremendous joy. And I think that I was inspired by the real story, the way these kids, no matter what was being thrown at them, they found a way to find hope and community and a positive life for the future.
I put a word to my neck is on froze. My team really with it, get hit it, get with it, no limit when I get back under the road. No.
Yes, it was difficult to shoot in the Arctic because of weather and equipment and bringing our crews up. But the biggest challenge really was making sure we could get authentic performances out of those young actors. So we auditioned kids all over the Arctic Circle. We auditioned about 600 kids, flew them to the Eastern Arctic, and then did week-long training workshops, basically in improvisation and in acting and also in other Inuit creative arts. I think what lends an authenticity to the performance is all of the kids in the movie, the actors, are dealing and living with a lot of the same issues that the real kids in the story deal with. Everybody in the North is dealing with issues of domestic violence, depression, alcoholism, suicide. These are rampant in Indigenous communities all over Canada. Many young people are finding their way out through activity and community and sharing. It was really important to me to create a safe environment for those kids. We had mental health workers on hand. I was working with Indigenous partners, and we were constantly checking in with the young actors to make sure that they emotionally could handle acting in the film as well. You're going to make me cry. I read the news about what's going on in Mexico, and it breaks my heart that there's so much violence, especially related to the drug trade in this country. And it's so sad because there's so many young people with so much talent and possibility. But there's a lot of challenges out there. I don't know enough about the answers for Mexico. I do know that in Canada, it really starts with the individuals. It starts with those giving power to the people that don't have it and giving them a voice. Because I think when you feel crushed and oppressed, it's harder to be able to make change in a community. I hope that this film helps to show what even in a small community, even when everything's against you, there's power. There's power in that community. And certainly the violence and crime that was existing in Kugluktuk really almost disappeared because these young people decided they didn't want to keep perpetuating what was going on in the community. They wanted to change. And they've really profoundly changed it. So I hope their message can help communities everywhere that are suffering